morning or good night. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another episode of A Letter from the Heart coming to you from African About Date. I hope everyone is doing fine today. I see that CB is here in the studio already. And my friends in the comment section, Sanusi, Chinko, Comfort, guys, thank you for being here. And I'm so sorry. I saw in the comments someone saying that I hope I don't fall asleep. Please don't fall asleep. Please. We're gonna make it fast, okay? Within an hour, we can even do it in 45 minutes and we'll be out of here. So, guys, we have an amazing show for you today. Let me welcome CB on the screen. And please, guys, let me know if you can hear me well, please. Okay. Hey, CB. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. God is good. It's been a. I will tell you this another time. This is a story for another day, but it's good. It
Oh,
was fine. I'm not gonna
okay,
complain.
okay, okay.
So, guys, let's start today with what popped this week. Everyone is talking about the movie Love in Every Word. Did you watch it, Sibi? Sibi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma. I can hear you.
Yeah, I was asking if you watched the movie Love in Every Word. Were you able to watch it?
No, I've just seen bits of pieces here and there. I I just see clips. I've not really watched the movie, so
Why didn't you
but
watch it, Sibi?
I think
It's not your time. I thought you were a lover girl.
yeah, I'm a lover girl, but I think I know pretty much everything that's already going on in the movie, and to some extent, there's some um there's some things that you know real life is different from a movie, right? Some
Yeah,
things are exaggerated, so um yeah, even though they are trying to send a message out there, exaggerated, and at the end of the day it's just for entertainment. So I pretty
but the
much know, yeah, I pretty much can predict everything going on in that movie, but I'm happy for the producer anyway. It's a big
I
way.
know. The part one, I watched part one and also part two, and together, it was a hit. That movie was a success. And CB, this tells me that people are craving for love. People are
Yes, I watched
craving for
part one
connection.
too.
Yeah, people are craving for love. People are craving for connection. And and when I was watching this movie, I remember a comment from, I believe that was Comfort here last week or the week before. She said that billionaires are not romantic. That if you see a man who is
Hmm.
romantic, who is probably broke, because those two don't go together. And I was like, this is funny because the movie is depicting the picture of a billionaire, a man who is highly successful. I remember there's a scene in season two. The wife is, the wife to be, they're talking about how they're going to manage their finances after the wedding and stuff like that. And she was like, I want to be able to take care of the household expenses. And he said, no, what am I going to do with my money? And she said, well, I know you are a millionaire, but I want to feel like I'm contributing to our family. And he goes like, oh, rectification, a billionaire. And, you know, and you're like,
Yes, yes.
and I can see why you said you don't really like, you're not into this kind of movie because it's not reality. But I so
No,
wish,
no. For me, Can you hear me, ma?
yes.
I love movies like this, romantic movies like this. movies like Love in Every Word. Like I said, I watched part one,
Mm-hmm.
but I still maintain that everything is exaggerated because in real life there are some things he did that in real life he would not do. Let's be honest. It's not.
Like what?
Yeah, it's too perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it can happen or that that's not someone's story, but everything is too perfect because at the end of the day, it's a movie. It's not real life. So when I saw part two, I was like, nah. I pretty much can predict everything that is going on in this movie, and I'm not sitting down for 3 hours to watch it. But I
I
appreciate the
know.
producer, and I congratulate her because this is a big break. I'm a big fan of Omoni Oboli. Big fan. Like she's my mama. I love that
Yeah.
woman so much. I subscribed to her YouTube channel when she was like I think about 300K subscribers. That's
Mm-hmm.
how long I've been with her. So seeing her having 1 point something million subscribers, I'm like, whoa, mama, take your flowers because
Yes. Yeah.
she's
I mean, people
she's
are craving for
she
these things, and a lot of people. I sometimes read. I'm a subscriber to her channel too, and I appreciate her movies because I'm a romantic, and I would rather watch a romance than like a war movie or horror movie. I'm into romance because I feel like it gives to people a little bit of escaping, a sense of escaping reality, right? Like even the things that
exactly
yeah,
yes.
even
That's
if you
it.
don't have that in your life, even if you don't have that in your life, at least you know that it gives you a sense of comfort that hey, who knows, maybe it's possible, maybe you can find that too. And this is why I so like those movies. But meanwhile, we also have to be realistic because I mean, divorce rate is higher than ever before. Why? Because maybe expectations are being unrealistic. I don't know if you agree with
Yes, my point
that.
exactly. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. That's why I said, nah, it's too exaggerated. Like, remember that scene where he said, my wife is calling. So what? You're going to suspend literally everything. Bro, we're
Yeah,
talking about your business here. And Igbo men that I know, typical Igbo men that I know, they do not play with their money.
there
They
you
do
go.
not play with their business. Look, babe, I love you, but this time I need to work. Or we'll talk
Of
about this
course.
later. When I get home, we can sort this out. It's like, I'm talking to my wife. I'm talking, oh, bro, I get that.
I
I get
know.
all of that. So it's
And
not so realistic, but I love Omoni because I I mean, it's amazing what she did with season two. It's amazing because she studied her audience. She
yes.
listened, she observed.
Mm-hmm,
It's not
mm-hmm.
just to put the movie out there. While they are watching, you can tell that this is what your fans want to see, and people are
Yes.
loving it. And I think right now she has 13 million views and counting.
Yes. And counting.
That's a
Like in,
lot.
in
Yes.
barely a week because it was released the Friday before yesterday. You see, barely a week, and
Mm-hmm.
this tells you what people are craving for out there, and this is why we do what we do, right? Because relationships are important. We are social animal. I mean, in sociology
Yes.
human beings are social animals. We crave for connection, we crave for relationship, we crave for togetherness. So I see why a lot of people will be escaping into this
Yes,
movie.
and the reason why a lot of people are escaping is because on social media we see the bad and ugly more than we see the beautiful love stories. It's always violence, divorce, cheating, and stuff like that. But Omani creating this beautiful piece, bringing in our faves like Nollywood fans will say, bringing
Yeah.
in the legendary Patience Ozoko, who typically everybody expects her to be mean, wicked,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
people just it's a breath
And
of
she
fresh
played the
air. People
part.
are like,
She played the part
yeah,
so
people are
well.
like, okay, fine. Even if my reality sucks, let me just live vicariously through this movie. Let me enjoy the romance. Let me enjoy the
Yeah,
love. And their chemistry was amazing.
it is.
Really,
You know
really
what?
amazing.
I mean, it was 3 hours, and there's no way I would have sat in one seat and watched a 3 hour movie. So it took me three sits to finish the movie. And
Mm-hmm.
and I believe on the second round, my mom was there. First and second round, she was there. We were watching it together, and she kept asking me, "Is that her real husband? Is she the real wife?" I'm like, "Mom, they're acting." She's like, because just the
Exactly.
chemistry. She just kept
Yeah,
asking,
they come.
"Are
That's
you the
because they are professionals, and then they
Yes,
pour their
she
heart
sure
and
did.
soul to bring that character to life. That's what acting is.
Yes,
When
yes,
you can, when the ability to bring a character to life, and then your fans enjoy watching you. It's not just to come and read the scripts. Act it out. Let people feel it. And the chemistry was amazing, like I said. So I'm happy for Omoni. If you follow the trajectory of her career, you can tell that she's always creating something special. It's not the regular. It's not like we've not had stories that along this storyline, but Omoni has a way of damn, she's amazing. I don't even know. I'm tongue tied right
she's
now.
good.
Omani
She's
has a
good.
way of she has a way of captivating her audience. I mean, she just got back into the yeah. It's not long she came back to Nollywood, but she's doing so well. She's doing so. I'm happy
And
for her.
you
On
can
the
tell
on
she's a
YouTube
lover
right
girl.
now, she's the queen.
Yes,
Yes, of course.
she's a
She's
lover.
still very much married to her husband. I think they celebrated 25-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yes, you
I
don't
listened
see
to
much
one
of
of
a
her
marriage on.
I listened to one of our
Yeah,
interviews, and she said that she fell in love with the way that her husband loved her. I was like, wow. No wonder
yes,
you are so
and
inspired, woman.
yes, and Coach Mitchell. There's another beautiful thing. Her husband understands what everything that comes with her profession, and he's her biggest fan. You can't,
Wow.
you cannot, you cannot, as a married man, cannot get so much success if your husband is not behind you like this. Especially
It's
here
true.
in Africa, it takes a
It's
lot
true.
for a
It's
man
true.
to say, okay, I understand that this is what it takes for my wife to be in this profession. He has been her number one fan, like her backbone, big time. And the
Yeah.
reason why this lead actress here, Bamike, aka Bam Bam, the reason why she's doing so well is because her husband, Teddy A, also understands how acting is, and then he's supporting her because a lot of
Yeah.
I saw a lot of funny comments saying, "Oh, their husband and wife, why are they not both married to their various spouses? Why are they kissing on screen?" I'm like, you guys should grow up for the love of Christ. If they
Yes.
do not do these things, you are the same people that will come out and say, okay, it was boring, we don't believe it. Now you see the chemistry because they put their heart and soul into it. Can we sometimes not say negative things about people who are trying to entertain us? Because trust me, they are giving a piece of themselves that they will not get back. And it's not just
True.
about the money and the fame, that they are making sacrifices. And that sacrifice is to entertain you and I. You never can tell what they are going through when they get back home, or once the camera goes off.
Yes.
That's why they're professionals. So we should appreciate themselves saying things like, I don't know, married, why they kissing, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Nigerians sometimes. Uh, but I'm happy for Omani. I'm giving her her flowers, like a whole garden of flowers. She deserves it. She did an amazing job.
She does. I
Hmm.
agree. Guys in the comment section, I see some of you guys have watched it and some have not. Yes. So guys, how did you like it? How did guys rate in the comment section? How would you rate the movie from 1 to 10? 10 being it was outstanding, and one being, nah, not my type. Let me know in the comment section. I want to see if you guys have enjoyed the movie as much as I did. But Miss Elise is here. Hi, Miss Elise.
Hello, fam. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Happy
Sunday to
Sunday to
you.
you.
How are
How are
you?
you? Good, good. What are you guys doing? What are you talking about? I don't. I'm not. I just came in.
You didn't
You
watch
didn't
this
watch
movie.
this movie?
What am I
No,
calling?
not yet. I don't. Is it on Netflix?
It's
It's
YouTube.
YouTube. I don't too much like African movies because they always have violence and disrespectful towards women. So I don't like that. I hope this one does not have no violence section because I will not really watch.
Miss
Miss
Elise.
Elise. Yes,
What am
ma'am.
I, guys, am I
Guys, am I
echoing?
echoing? No, you're not.
Wow.
Wow.
What am I
Am I
having this?
having this?
Anyway.
Anyway. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You are a lover girl.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this movie. But watch part one, because if you only watch part two, you're not gonna get the full picture.
Okay, part one and two. Okay. I will try and watch it. Hope it's nice. I hope there's no violence because I don't like
Right?
violence.
The title serves the movie well. Love in every word. And that's exactly what it is. Watch it with your hubby Friday night. You both will love it. Anyway. Okay. So welcome in. I hope you've had a great week and weekend so far. Let's Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Luke is in the studio. Hi, Luke.
Hello. Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Guys, Luke is my assistant. So oftentimes when I'm here, it's like Luke is here. So I kind of forget that you're there because you are like me and I'm like you. So don't take it, don't take it bad. I'm glad I was able to make you laugh. Welcome, Luke. How are you?
I'm fine, ma. I'm fine, ma.
So you haven't said
Good
anything
evening,
yet.
Mr. Lee. Good to see you.
So we're gonna go in the story, but I want to hear from you. Look, did you watch the movie? And if you did, how would you rate the movie from 1 to 10?
Like, seriously, I don't watch romance movies. I don't like it. It makes me to sleep. So,
Okay. Guys, Luke didn't watch the movie, not his style. So Luke is among the one. Yeah, okay. Let's get into the story of the day, guys. Right. That is so funny. All right, guys. This is our letter. We are gonna read it together. If I can find it, of course. So on one side, we're talking about this amazing love between and chemistry between two people. And of course, it's fiction, right? Now let's get back into reality because this woman here is not having a good time. Her life is nothing close to picture perfect. Let's read together. Oh my gosh. She said, Coach, after 11 years of marriage, how do I even begin to tell my husband that for the last 2 years, I haven't felt anything for him anymore? I don't love him the way I used to. And he hasn't done anything wrong. He's a normal man. There's no abuse, no betrayal. I just don't feel it. Yes, we have children together, but deep down, I'm longing to be free. I want my life back without feeling trapped or guilty. What makes it even more confusing is this: I feel seen, understood, admired, listened to, and appreciated by colleagues, strangers, even exes. But the man I share a home with feels invisible to me. How do I handle that? How do I process that? I need guidance, coach. All right. So that's our letter is short and sweet. How do you manage when how do you cope with getting up one morning and realizing that you don't love the man that you have swore to love for eternity? How do you manage those feelings? Guys in the studio, anyone have has a question before we get into the dissecting of the story?
Um, my own is more like an observation. I think she never loved the man because how is a man who is treating you this nice? Okay, let's assume you didn't
But
marry him for love at the beginning. How are you not falling in love with someone who is this good to you? That doesn't make any sense. It just shows that some people are maybe I think she's damaged. I will not apologize for that word I just used. She's damaged. What do you mean? I feel seen. I feel heard, understood, admired, but I don't want to. Hello, you're damaged. There's something wrong with you. Something is broken inside of you. How do you see light and then feel like you want darkness? What kind of freedom do you crave? There's something wrong with you. Let me just stop there. I'm already upset with lady. Sisterhood is not proud of you, auntie.
Hmm.
Miss Elise, do you think that emotional numbness, because this is kind of like emotional numbness, that's how I would call it. Is it the same thing as falling out of love? Or like hold on, like people do fall out of love, right? That is, people do fall out of love. But do you think that there's something deeper, like there's a deeper issue here that is maybe not being said?
Yeah, I think the answer is on the for the second or the third paragraph where she says it even makes it more confusing. And the confusion here is that just read through. I feel seen, understood, admired, listened to, and appreciated by who? Colleagues, strangers, and even my exes,
Mm,
but not the husband. Did you see the missing part?
yes.
Uh-huh. That's the answer to the question. Mm-hmm. So, but the man I share home with feels invisible to me. Bam, we don't get the answer. That's the problem. That's what the man does not do. That's the thing. So she have a complaint and we have the answer within her letter. Yep. The man does not understand her. He does not appreciate her. He does not listen to her. He does not compliment her. You know, some people get married and they feel like once I have to do all the great stuff just to woo her, make her understand I'm the best man, do the best I can, switch in my romance, techniques and everything, my gentleman up game and everything. And once she's married, he will still be doing that. One try, second try, third try. Oh, she's going nowhere. I don't have to make no effort. Just the normal routine. She's not seen. That's the problem. So I think we have an answer. Maybe we'll have to tell the man, hey, look at what the colleagues are doing. There are some men that even when you change your nail polish, they don't notice. Even when you cut your hair or you do your hair or you have a long haircut, you have a short haircut, you change the color, they don't notice. The week you don't make up, they don't notice. The week you make up, they don't notice. If you buy a new dress, they don't notice. If the dress is not ironed, they don't notice. She is unseen by the man she share life with. That's the problem. There's nothing wrong with her. She didn't mention her husband. She's okay with everybody. Even her colleagues make her feel more comfortable than the man she got married to. And this is the problem most married women are facing. because they want to dress up and go out because they receive all this compliment and all this loving dovey. Once they get home, it's like, oh, when am I going back next to work? I have to go and do overtime. I have to go and see a friend because even going to the grocery store, she feels seen. Oh, you look good. Oh, I like your hair. Oh, I like your shoe. But at home, the man is like numb. Baby, is the food ready? The baby's good. Okay. Anything? No. Okay. On his phone, on TV, on his computer. My friend,
I
there's
like
a
that you're
problem.
mentioning this, Miss Elise, and these are the kind of things that you don't know how to explain to someone what is wrong. Like if someone will ask this woman, "What is the problem?" Like she herself wouldn't know how to put words. Like even now in her letter, she didn't know how to explain exactly what the problem is. The fact that there's been a disconnect between her and the husband, the fact that
Yep.
she's not receiving that emotional support, that emotional connection, that the husband is not emotionally invested in her. And we know that we Africans, if you go to your family and tell them that I'm leaving this marriage because there's a disconnect, they're gonna be like, disconnect what? You know,
They'll be like,
they're
"You're
not.
crazy. What do you want? He pays the bills. He does everything. He's a good father." Hey, no, he's not.
Your
I'm
mom.
not. Yeah, that's the problem. And this is very serious. And she has the answer to her question. And if this man knows, he has to read that third paragraph. That's the answer. That's what the problem is. This is a serious problem. Even me, I will divorce you if I have this problem with you. Yes, I'm with her.
Wow.
100%.
My guys in the comment, please and let me know if you guys agree that, like, a lot of people go through this. How many men still take the time to date the wife that they are married to? How many?
Even to say I love you, baby, you look good. The woman will take time and make up and do everything. You be like, baby, she'll even tell you, baby, I'm okay, baby, look. Nothing wrong. No, she's not waiting for you to say nothing wrong. Say, baby, you're my queen. Oh my goodness, you look beautiful. Oh, that makeup, those flashes, baby. I will remarry you, baby. You sweet. Compliment her. But you will just look and say, okay, you're good. What do you want me to do? But she just put new light lashes. She just changed her lashes and she want you to look, baby, look, don't you see something new? Maybe she have lost 2 pounds. She want you to say something, baby. Oh, you go, my goodness. Oh my God, that dress on you. Oh, baby, turn around. Give me 360. It's as if those men they force them marry the woman. There's some men that just evil. I don't
No,
know whether they're evil or they're possessed.
I think they get comfortable, Miss Elise. I don't.
It's
I don't
not,
think
it's
they
not, and you, Coach Michelle, you'll be surprised. These men, meet them outside, the way they're complimenting their co-workers, the way they're smiling and all dovey, loving. But when they get home, I don't know whether they're possessed, whether there's a weapon functioning against themselves to destroy their own home. I don't know. It's not good. It's not. And this woman, this is a serious problem. You will notice that this man even does not do flowers. He doesn't offer her flowers anymore. Even when she's cooking, he will not come and hug her from the back. Oh, baby, the best cook in the world. If I'm not for marry you and my life not for be this, I would have been a lost man. In fact, baby, thank you. Maybe you finish eating food and I say, baby, what other ingredient did you add here? Because this food there, baby, is like you have a new recipe. Baby, this food, thank you so much, my love. Even if she's angry, she'll be fine. But how
Hmm.
many men do it? Because they are too holy, because they feel like you are giving them children, you're going nowhere. You people are crazy. Oh. You people are crazy. You people should change. This woman now, she's going through trauma and she thinks she doesn't know. But in her message, we know what is going on. When was the last time he came home and said, baby, I love you? Baby, just wake her up in the night and say, baby, I just want to say thank you for being the best mother, the best wife. I know you do a lot. I know sometimes I don't meet up to your standard, but thank you for being patient with me. I love you. Finish. How many men do that? How many men do that? I mean, these men sometimes I don't know whether they don't train them for marriage, whether they don't love their wife, whether they just want. It's as if Coach Michelle they want to wicked their wives. It's as if they wake up in the morning and say, "What is a new wicked strategy I can use to oppress this woman?" Uh-uh. Do they force you to be in that marriage? Don't you love the mother of your children? I mean, you should do better, beg. I beg you should do better. What level?
And here is a woman. She herself don't even know what is wrong, and she said what she. I mean, she wrote it down, but she doesn't know that that's the problem. And I like how you brought You went in there, you dissected the story, and you brought the problem out, Miss Elise. Kudos to you. That she doesn't realize that because she's like, everything is fine. I mean, my husband is okay. I just don't love him anymore. And she does not realize that she is craving that connection, emotional connection. She doesn't even realize that that's the problem. So I'm so glad you're bringing this up. But look, you haven't said anything yet. What are your thoughts around this?
Seriously, I don't really understand the story. Like seriously, I don't really understand. This story just caught me off guard. I don't really understand it at all. If you can just give me a summary, please, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So you don't understand. Guys, for those who are joining, just joining now, I'm gonna put that story back on the screen again, as I explained to Luke, so that you can read through. A lot of people go through this. A lot. This is a woman. She said that she's been married 11 years. She doesn't love her husband anymore, and she said that they have kids, and her husband is a good man. I mean, there's no cheating or abuse or anything of such. But the thing is that she feels seen, she feels admired, she feels appreciated
Hello,
by
yes, sir.
anyone else except the husband. She said that it might so she likes the way that she received compliments, support, validation from her colleagues, from her friends, from even her exes. But she said it's just like her husband is invisible. But she said she doesn't know how to process these feelings. She just it's not there anymore. And she said, I mean, and she said she used to, because I saw someone put in a comment section that she never loved the man. And even CB started out by saying that this woman never loved this man. But she said, I don't love him the way I used to. And I feel seen by anyone else but him. So how do you navigate that emotional disconnection? Like, and we are Africans, when you divorce, you need to tell your family why you're divorcing. You need to explain to your kids. You need to explain to your friends, and she just doesn't know how to put it in words. And Miss Elise drew our attention to a very important aspect, which is the fact that the man probably is not doing the things that he started out doing. Like, people say that all the time, you have to date your spouse. Maybe like they don't date anymore. She just fell out of love. Now you can tell that she's in this marriage for convenience. I don't know if the story makes sense, but she doesn't know how to move past this because, of course, she's probably afraid of what people are going to say. What is my family going to say? How am I going to just tell them that I don't feel that love anymore? That's why I'm leaving. But so she doesn't know how to proceed. So, what are your thoughts around this? Do you relate to what Miss Elise just said, or are you with CB who said that this woman is she's not trying at all?
Okay, okay, okay. It's a very tough one, but I would like to go with CB in some areas. So it's not really easy to, though I'm not married. So I feel that it's not really easy to live with somebody for so long, 30 years like that, and you are still going like that. I feel that at some point in life, that spark that you people started with will be lost. So I feel that this is what she's missing. Maybe they've lost that spark that they had before, and they need to reignite. They need to go back and look for those things that make them happy. If they need to take a vacation, both of them they need to do it. Then the woman need to tell the man those things she she loves. She sees the man's doing before. Tell the man and explain to the man. If the man is very sensible, then the man will agree to it. Then the man will start doing it for her. I think love can be reignited. Old flames can come up again. So they should just go back and look at those things they were doing before that make them bond together and you can start again all over. It's not really easy living with somebody for 20 years, 30 years, and the love that you started with is still strong. It's still like bond. At a point in your life, that thing will just drip away. But both of you have to know that instance and pick up yourself again. That's my own opinion. She has to let the husband know what went wrong, and there are two of them have to start up all over again. That's all,
Thank
man.
uh I like Juliet comment said that the reason she doesn't realize it, it is that she's facing emotional distraction from someone else. Well, that's valid. And CB proceeded to say that, followed on that comment by saying that she has an itch. Once she scratches it, she will come back to her senses. So, look, you believe that, I mean, it's normal from what I'm hearing, from what you just said. It's kind of normal because it's not easy to be married to someone over 10 years and still feeling the same butterflies that you felt on day one. So it's normal that sometimes you will feel this. And that's why, just to agree with what you're saying, you will see people who have been married for 30 years that will tell you that there was a time in our life that we almost divorced. I believe every couple goes through this time, right? I believe every couple, because love is by phases, marriage is by phases. And oftentimes they say that if you pass the first 2 years is the honeymoon phase, and then the 2 years that follow that is usually a little bit more tumultuous. And if you're able to make it past those 2 years after the first 2 years, meaning 4 years, oftentimes you get to a more stable place. And if you can make it past that, so the chances the divorce becomes slimmer, right? And I say that this is in my book. I believe that oftentimes you have to make it like to at least 10 years. But even when you make it to 10 years, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to succeed, because these are two people that have been together for 11 years. So I'm thinking that this is that time, this is that phase for them when they feel like you get a one money and you look at the person that got married to and you wonder, you ask yourself, why did I marry this person? Like, what was I thinking? And I also feel like, just also to agree with you, look, that if you can navigate this phase, if you can take time to not be in a hurry to be out there because of compliments that you're receiving from other people, you know, if you will take time to really understand your feelings and to maybe take some steps toward resolving this, whatever is it that you're feeling, you could achieve another place whereby your love will be greater than what it had been the past 10 years or even the first 2 years. That's why you see people that have been together for like 30 years, they will get to that place where they are so in love, they're just like teenagers, right? But they will also tell you that there was a time that I really doubt on my ability to choose my partner, because I wondered if this was the right person for me. So, Miss Elise, what are your thoughts around this? Or CB, what are your thoughts around it? Do you feel like maybe these two also are going through a phase, and that depending on how they navigate, they could like get to a more stable outcome?
Thank you very much, Ma. First, I'm going to say that um, the disconnect is real. Yes. And like I said at the beginning, she never loved him. I think I agree with AJ when he said she married him out of convenience. Look, I get that marriage is not easy, and that because I've listened to people speak, married people speak, and they say stuff like, there are days where I ask myself, why did I marry this woman, or why did I marry this man? That doesn't mean that love is not there. It's just a phase, and they're like, okay, I need to remind myself why I'm in this relationship. And obviously, this marriage, sorry, marriage, yeah, that's marriage. This marriage is lacking communication. It's so conspicuous. Like it's loud. We can literally tell that they do not communicate. And then for a marriage where there is no, I know emotional abuse is something, yes, I'm very aware of that. Uh, there's no major harm done. There's no DV, that's domestic violence. There's no cheating, no betrayal. That is a marriage that if you were in love with a man at the beginning, you would be like, honey, let's talk about this. I don't feel this connection, or I don't feel there's something wrong somewhere. They alone are living with each other. We're just reading their story. Then even the man might even have this feeling that my I feel this distance, even though we are living in the same house. I feel like a stranger, where in my own house and
But
stuff like that.
Phoebe,
So
I don't agree that this woman didn't love this man at first. And
well,
you said something
like
that you can tell that there is a issue of communication going on here. But I want to ask you, whose fault do you think it is? Because women like to communicate. We are communicators. We, even if we don't always do it the right way,
that
that's why I
that's
would call
exactly
it,
my point, ma.
we talk.
Because
We like to talk, but
how
sometimes we get to with a
she has not
man.
said any major thing that the man did
Yeah.
wrong to her.
No, but a man who maybe stop seeing you, like Miss Elise said earlier, a man that the only conversation comes down to the weather, to the kids' well-being. Men do this, CB. They do it. You know, like they come back from work, and before, maybe it used to be your best friend. He used to come and sit and gossip with you and tell you stuff, and tell you stuff that are going on in his family, at work. You both used to be friends. And one day he gets up and it comes back home, and only, how the kids, how are you?
Can you
Okay,
guys
that's
hear
it.
me?
Yes, but can you hear me?
Yes, I don't know what happened. I just
So I'm
wasn't
saying
hearing
that
anything.
yes, there's a lack of communication here, but I want to think that the man is to blame for that, because men do that. At first, when it's still during courtship, it will talk, it will call you for hours. You guys will be on the phone. The moment that it feels like, men are like hunters. They're like that feeling of hunting. The moment that they get their prey, sometimes they relax. Guys, in the comment section, am I lying? And
I I get all of
this is
that.
what a lot
I
of
get
men
all
don't
of that,
try.
ma.
The moment you get married to you, you have one, two, three kids, they stop trying. And he would rather pick up his phone and talk to like an old classmate who could even be a female than talking to you. And you feel unseen because Miss Elise said this. I know a couple, they've been together forever. And one time she called me complaining, and her main complaint was that she was like, "Can you imagine that I will dress up, do makeup, like maybe to go somewhere, and my husband will be sitting there on the couch. He would barely turn to look at me." And guys, I know this too very well, and I know that this man loves this woman, like he could die for her. But why are they doing that though? Like, what does it take you to tell this woman that maybe you're beautiful? And we have learned some coping mechanism as women to compensate for those things. Maybe focus on your kids, focus on your
Um,
work. I mean, these are real. And I feel like the man is to be blamed, not the woman. But go ahead, Sibi.
okay,
Finish your thoughts.
Coach Micha, I get all of what you're saying, and I agree. But at the same time, these are the kind of stuffs that happen um when it feels like a man is doing you a favor when he's getting married to you. These are the kind of things that occur. I don't know what my gender does that puts themselves in that light, and the man starts feeling like he's doing you a favor. Because if a man all of a sudden is not I'm not saying it's going to be like in the beginning, but if he's not still intentional after 10 years, that means he feels like he did you a favor by marrying you. There's something wrong. There was something wrong at the beginning. you put yourself in a situation where it looks like, oh, if you don't marry me, then I'm finished. I do not have a life. Because we see these things all the time. We just don't like to talk about it. And I get
Mm.
that sometimes men are, and some men actually are not too good when it comes to communication. But sometimes when these men go to therapists and the wife is saying, this is what you did and you didn't say anything, the mom like, I'm not even aware that I did this and it hurt you.
Mm.
And they're shocked. They're like,
Yeah.
so you've been hurting all this while? Why didn't you say something? You see, that right there is the problem. And although I may be wrong, but I kind of feel like she's distracted. Just because maybe you have issues with your husband, and then you go out to the supermarket and someone compliments your outfit, all of a sudden you're feeling a certain kind of way because your husband did not compliment the outfit while you're leaving the house. Although this is reality. What if he might have seen you but he didn't actually see you? What if he didn't notice those things because something is bothering him? Because men carry a lot.
But this is
Men
something
go through.
that goes on during an extended period of time, Miss Sabi. It's not like one
Yeah,
isolated
that I now
situation.
I get
The
that
man that for
part.
the
I
past
get that
five
part.
years
But
he has not seen you,
but
like you've been like invisible to him.
yeah, the only way this woman, I don't know. My instincts never fail me. These are the kind of women that like I said, she has an itch. When she don't scratch and finish, now time she goes say, oh, I wish I talked to my husband. Now I've ruined my marriage. That would be the part two. That's how this kind of stories go. I'm sorry, I'm not a pick me, and I'm 100% for sisterhood, but I do not like it when women are careless. I do not like it. I don't know, for some reason I just feel like she's distracted. Maybe she has seen one sweet apps. She went to the gym and she saw one sweet apps and like, whoa, girl, what kids? I love your body. You can achieve more. I can help you. And then she got distracted because hey, it's
She's been watching.
happening.
She's been watching too
Or there's one man who has helped her. I don't know. Maybe, sorry, I'm not watching too much movies though, but I know that there are things that happen on a daily basis and you'll be like, hmm, maybe she's not marry her spec. That's another problem. You like tall men, you married a short man, and now you're saying you feel disconnected. Why won't you feel disconnected?
I,
Auntie,
I think it's
why won't you
beyond.
feel disconnected? So me, I think there is something more. I don't know, but she sounds like someone who's going to cheat on her husband, and that's why I said I'm not on her side.
Mm.
Because I don't like cheating. And that's why I said I'm not on her side, and I kind of feel like the communication, maybe the man you married. You should have, there's something we call mumu button here in Nigeria. I don't know if that slangs is you know
Yes, yes,
applicable in other Africa. Yes,
yeah,
you should
yes.
know how to get through to your husband. Hello. Look, actually, for me, if I don't like you and you are complimenting me, no problem. You are annoying me. If I don't like you as a man, and I've told you that you should stop coming on to me. Yes, it will be annoying to me. So I don't understand how women get easily
So
distracted.
Sibi,
When
you
you're
don't
hooked,
believe
you're hooked.
in people falling out of love. You know
No,
this song
I
of
no,
Chike. Oh,
I
Chike. You know,
I believe that people can fall out of love, but not with her own reasons. Everything she's saying looks like the man is doing everything right, but she's the one just looking for
but
something else,
he
maybe
needs to
something
compliment her.
spontaneous. Maybe she's the spontaneous type, and that's why she said, I want to be free. Free from what? As a married woman, do you want to live like a single lady? What do you mean you want to be free? Why do you feel like you're being caged? That's the problem. We have married women that are free. When I say we have married, their husband gave them the ability to be themselves. Your own, the kind of freedom she's looking for is the freedom to do whatever she likes. This one does not want to be married again. She doesn't want to be married again. And These are the kind of women that will say, "Oh, I wish I never hurt my husband. I wish I never cheated, or I wish I never left my marriage. This other man is not who I think he is." That's how this story is going. I don't know why I'm feeling like that, but that's how I feel. I feel
There's
like
some,
she
so you
she
feel like there's someone
this
out there saying all the right words in her ears, and she's being
yes,
distracted from them.
Coach Michelle, I was speaking with someone the other day, and I told the person, I said, if you have a reason why you love someone, that marriage will not last. This is my opinion, and I kind of feel like I've seen it firsthand. Love does not have a reason. That's the reason why people will say, what did you even see in her? What did you see in him? Why are you marrying this person? Love doesn't have a reason. If you can pick one or two reasons, bro, you are in the wrong relationship, or wrong marriage, brother and sister. Love does not have a reason. There's
Oh,
no
Mr.
such
Liz,
thing as a
Jehovah.
Mr. Liz
reason when
is
it comes to love.
laughing. Mr.
That
Liz,
that's why you say, I don't understand. That's why you say stuff like,
Oh,
I don't understand how I feel. Why am I feeling like this? I have never felt like this before. But you start saying, oh, I love her because she's tall, because she can cook, because she can wash. Oh, I love how she speaks. She has I love her accent. I love how she works. I love how she talks. What happened when, God forbid, she loses her speech? And then you now say, oh, there's a disconnect. I don't hear her voice anymore.
can I
You
say
see, that's
something?
what I'm talking about. So love does not have a reason. This is me, or people can be. You guys should be free to disagree with me, but for me, love doesn't have any reason.
Can I laugh and say
How am I
something?
supposed to explain? How am I supposed to explain? Yes,
Can I
now
laugh and say
it was
something?
like Miss Elise.
I
Okay,
want to
go
laugh at
ahead.
you and then I will say something.
Dada.
CB, are you serious? See, this is
Yes,
like, you
tell
know,
us.
when people are single, they see marriage like a mystery. Marriage is one chance. Oh. Marriage is a scam. Let me first tell you guys. Marriage is not what they tell you it is until you get married. It's like a court. Hmm? They'll tell you everything good about it. Once you enter, they give you the new rules and regulation, and then you see the new life. The life you were seeing at the door. Hmm? Once you get in, it's not the same life. You will see red and say, no, it's yellow. And it's true, it's yellow. It's not red. That's marriage. So this mumu bottle, you say mumu bottle. See, the mumu bottle will upgrade. You have to look for ways to find a new mumu bottle. How to approach the man in the beginning, because he was ruining you. You were approaching him in a way it was working. Once you marry him, you realize that
Mr.
that
Liz,
way. Wait, my sister, wait now. Let me see. This
I'm
way.
very aware. Oh. Uh-huh.
So mumu button does not exist. It upgrades with time, with seasons. In winter, you
It
approach him this
does
way.
exist.
Oh, my sister, wait now. You not married before now. Ma, they tell you they scam whether they lie for you. Ma, tell you the real one. No, I mean, I will give it to you raw. I know it's not good, but I will give it to you. See, it's a lie. There's nothing like mumu button. Even you as a woman, there's a way a man will be, I used to talk to her, but she has changed. Oh, I cannot do it. Let me look for another way. He will look for another way to talk to you because they always no longer working. That's marriage. See, to say that because there's no cheating, there's no physical abuse, the woman is not abused. See, let me tell you something. Neglect, feeling lonely in marriage is worse than physical abuse. Emotional abuse kills faster than physical abuse. Yes, that's the truth. And some useless men know how to inflict emotional abuse until a woman will lose her senses. Some of them will get sick for nothing. You see a man is 20 years, 15 years older than her. But when you look at them after 5 years, she looks like his grandma. She looks like his mother because she's frustrated. But she cannot leave. She cannot explain to these people, to people like CB, that this man is paying all the bills. We are fine. Everything is fine, but I'm not happy. The person will be like, me, I envy you now. Look at how you look, look at your house, look at your lifestyle, but the man is neglecting her emotionally. That's why in Africa, everybody want to divorce. They say, why do you want to divorce? Is he paying school
Miss
fees? Is he
Elise,
taking care of the children? Wait, my
Miss
sister,
Elise,
wait.
Miss
Wait, my
Elise,
sister.
hold on first. If
Oh,
I don't say this thing now, I just might forget. I like that you said neglect. That's why I said is your marriage that kind of marriage where the man feels like he's doing you a favor? That's where neglect comes, because he feels like,
No,
okay, I'm
I'm
married to
coming.
this
No,
one.
no, I'm
That's
coming
why
there.
he's treating you that way.
No,
Because
no,
a
no, it's
man
not.
who wait, hold on. A man who literally chased you and say, ah, is this woman that I want to get married to? What will make him to start neglecting you? That's the question me I'm asking.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
CB, I can answer that
Because
question,
when
but let's
I
like you.
wanted to come to that answer. I'm on my way.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. CB, in marriage, there will be some time you look at your husband and say, why I married this mumu? What was wrong with me? But there's no
100%.
dustbin where to put the man. See, you
Mm-hmm.
say you question, you see this question you're asking now, what will make a man? You say you ask yourself, why I married this man self? Tomorrow morning you wake up, you find a new reason to love him. See, they don't love people for nothing. It's a lie. Even God don't love you for nothing. You have to obey his word for him to love you. If God is a jealous God and a conditioned God, us will be human. Our condition full ground, my dear. We don't love people for nothing. Oh, I have a feeling. See, anytime you have a butterfly feeling, marriage will remove that butterfly from your life. I'm telling you. That's why they say human being will only open eyes. They are blind, no, until they get married, they start seeing. In marriage, all this your English. By the time you marry, you redefine marriage. You redefine love on your in your own way and in your own words. That's why they say there's no law or principle. You make your marriage work for you. If not, you go see what you see, and nobody cares. In this case, this woman has said it. The man does not listen to her. Maybe she want to say, baby, let's talk. Ah, I'm tired. Hey, good night. When you start talking about something, are you complaining everything? You know that some men, what does not bother him, he feel like it should not be a problem for you. But the men that understand that sometimes women see things differently from men, it takes maturity, my dear. That's why you will see a man say, for the past 15 years, I've been destroying my marriage. But one day I woke up, realized I was a problem for my marriage because my wife was always right. It took him 15 years.
Yeah.
But this woman suffered neglect and emotional abuse for 15 years. But she was every day hoping that one day he will see things the way she sees it. One day he will understand what she means. One day he will understand that he's wrong. My sister, imagine what this man do 30 years, not listen to you now, 31 years can't listen to you. What will you do? There are some women that know happiness the first 2 years of marriage. After that, you meet them married for 20 years, 30 years. They'll just tell you, we're managing as we go. My children are my happiness. You'll be surprised why, because of all these things. Not all men are mature for marriage, my sister.
okay,
And
Miss Elise,
yes,
I want to say something. There's something about me, I'm very big on communication. Even as friends, not even relationship. Now, I'm very big. Look, the the fastest way to my heart to make me love you is when you're big on communication. Like, you like to talk. Look, I like people who like to express themselves, because naturally I love. Can anybody hear me? I feel like
yes,
Yes.
contributing
we
to the
can hear
problem.
you.
Okay, okay. So like I said, I'm big on communication. If I'm dating you and I notice that you don't like to talk, I'm not saying that kind of we need to talk, not that kind of communication. I mean, like, how do I put this right now? Like I said, I'm big on communication,
Okay,
and I
okay,
like it when
CB,
when people talk, when people express themselves.
let
I
me
like
help
it
you.
when, okay,
CB,
wait, wait, hold on.
let me help
Okay,
you out. Let me help you out.
okay.
We can
Mm.
communicate. We can talk for 3 hours and not understand each other. Do you believe that?
Not that kind of communication, no. I don't.
That's what happened in most marriages, my sister. They talk for long, they talk all the time, but they are not
I
on the same
I
page.
cannot be I cannot be in a relationship with someone who cannot comprehend things. You
That's
see?
the problem. See, let me tell you something. In a relationship, they may pretend to comprehend because they want to get you as a wife. When you
Mm-hmm.
marry them, you realize that they never comprehended. They were pretending because now they don't even want to listen. No less of comprehend. Now you
100%.
have to look
Oh
for
my
a new
god.
approach. Yes, that's the problem. That's the scam I'm telling you about.
Yes.
When a man wants you, you
Hmm.
tell him join, he will tell you how high. You tell him run, he say what speed. Because he wants you. Once he knows that he got you, you will now see the real him. And the real him usually come inside marriage, not out of marriage. Don't say no anybody until you marry them. Oh.
Okay.
So you see this communication issue, the fact that you want him to understand. Can you force someone to understand what you're saying? Can you force? Do you have the ability to force
Absolutely
some?
not.
That's why you will find new ways to communicate. And this woman, listen to what she said. He doesn't listen to her. He does not even see her. Means the man when she wants to do it, I'm busy. Okay, later.
Okay,
Okay, I have 2 minutes. He will make you feel like you understand. You know they understand. Talk to married woman, you understand what I'm talking. I think you say this is what you're saying.
no, Miss Elise, most of my friends are married, so and they're the ones I talk to. So I
No,
don't.
those your
They
friends
might
are
be lying
liars.
to me.
They're lying. No, those your friends are scammers. They
Wait.
are
Miss
professional.
Elise, they're watching my show. Please,
Yes,
calm down.
I know they've been lying to you. They should stop it. Because the mumu,
Hey,
yes, because the mumu button they had before marriage is not the same mumu button. It's a lie. And
Facts.
Miss Elise.
the communication system that they have after 1 year, it changes every semester. Forget about it. And when you say a man carry
Okay,
a lot, you see, CB, men don't carry a lot, but more than women. You as a woman, you think about the man, the children, the family, everything. Sometimes men just think about themselves.
disclaimer.
Men just think about themselves. See, if there's a selfish human being that exists on earth, is a man. As long
Facts.
as he's fine, he feels
Um,
that you as a woman, CB, when men get married, it's as if their shoulders, they remove everything and put on your shoulder. They are free. They know if it
ooh.
disturb, yeah, they feel like if it disturb you, you will find a solution. They're okay. Oh, once they have you and they know that you are an agile woman, you know what to do and everything. See, they sleep in peace. See, what is worrying you does not worry them until you bring it on the table. And if they are nice, they will look at it, they will understand your point of view. If they decide to say that Obanje, wicked men, they will not listen to you. They will pretend even what you said. They don't even. It's as if you are talking. They're in France. They're in Japan. You're alone in your living room. I'm telling you that they have traveled in the spirits. You are alone in your living room or in your room. He'll be like, okay, baby, no problem, no problem. But you see him, he will not even do what you tell him to do. When you say, but we talk about it yesterday, he will say, what happened yesterday? Can you remind me? Do you know what this man? CB, tight your belt. So this woman, she they go through shit. They will have to understand her.
Um, Miss Elise, if you talk
Mm-hmm.
about heartbreak, I've had my fair share.
No, it's not
Trust
yet break.
me.
It's not yet heartbreak. Oh, get into marriage. You will know what heartbreak is. You'll be breaking
No,
into pieces and you'll be putting
Guys,
it back
just a
together
question.
and moving forward. Don't worry.
we have hijacked the show from Coach Michelle.
I'm
Coach Michelle,
enjoying
I
what.
have a lot to say. Oh. This show will
Yeah.
not end. This show will not end.
So, I mean, Sibi, you mentioned that for a man to change on you, like not paying like as much attention to you as he did in the past, oftentimes it means that he didn't choose you. Maybe you were not exactly his type. That is so not true. Men do relax. A lot of
Coach
men.
Michelle,
A lot of
Coach
men.
Michelle, how about
The moment they know that you're
okay?
his, you understand my
Mm,
sister? A lot of them.
I
It takes
know.
a special grace of God for a man to know that this woman, I paid her bride price. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I went to the court. I signed a certificate. Now she's carrying my last name. Now she is mine. It takes a special grace of God for that man to continue to appreciate that thing that, well, that person. Let's say that person that he has acquired, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a special grace of God. Like there are very few men who will actually like continue to be consistent and remember why he even chose that woman in the first place. They tend, I think men are amnesia. They have something that you call selective amnesia, so they forget. And sometimes, like Miss Elisa, you have to remind them. You have to and it depends. Like if it's nice, it will listen to you. If it's not, you are on your own in that movie. And most men, especially African men, they will not divorce you. African men don't divorce, huh? They will stay there. But like Miss Elise said, if you're not careful, 5 years later you might start looking like his mom, and everybody looking at him, they will say that he's doing everything right. He works, he pays bills, he doesn't beat you up, he comes home every night, but only you know what you're going through. And this is a man that, and you also said that maybe this woman is being distracted. I wanted to add that maybe he is the man he is the one getting distracted. You know, I'm going to tell you a little bit I'm gonna share a little bit of testimony on my own marriage. The reason why I really like something that really grasped my attention on my husband when we started dating was that he used to call me like 10 times and we would talk like that. He was like kind of my best friend, you know. And one of our first crises in marriage was that I noticed that we didn't talk as much as we did in the past. You know, like someone that we used to, I remember he was working at night, he was doing night shift, and every time, and I was doing night shift too, we'll just be on the phone. I'm working, he's working, and we're on the phone talking. And this man, now we are married, we're together. He goes to work and all night he will not call me. I'm like, what is happening? You understand what is happening? And then I came to find out that he was having more pleasure talking to his friends than me. And that was a problem. I believe that was even like our first fight. You understand? So in marriage, even though you both have chosen each other, you do get to a place where sometimes you look at that person, you wonder, why did I choose this person? What was wrong with me? But you have to find some reason. Like Miss Elise said, the next day you might get up and see other reason that just melt your heart and you go like, I think I did well choosing this person, you know. But I also think that commitment, coming back to this lady's story, commitment is very important. You have to always ask yourself, why did I choose this man or this woman in a positive way? Even write it down and be honest with yourself. Why did I choose to be with this person? Why did I? And when you remember that, oh, it's because he's kind. You know, yesterday I was talking with not yesterday, a few days ago, I was talking with one of my friend and she's having a lot of issues in her marriage. The kind of issue that, to be honest, I wouldn't stay with that man. And she was telling me that when I remember of the way that this man loves me at the beginning, this man loved me so, so much. He fought his family to be with me. I was crazy. I was young and I was crazy. I was all over the place. But this man was just, it was just amazing. The way he handled things, the way he handled me. So today, even when he goes crazy and does all these things that he's doing, I just kind of remember, I remind myself of those days. So that's her why. And she said that I know he's going to pass. This shall pass. I know he's going to snap out of this phase. And I know he will become the person that I met, the person that I fell in love with. That's her why. That's why she's enjoying. So I'm just saying that you have to get to the place where, like this woman who is thinking about exiting, why did you choose this man? Why did you agree to marry this man? What is that thing that you saw in this man? Is that still valid? If it's still there, can you maybe base yourself on that, take strength on that, and now start working on the other things that are lacking? That's all I wanted to say, just to say that this happens, CB. If you think that, because you might be shocked, and if a woman like your friend, you say you have a lot of friends that are married, if they tell you that it's good every day, they're lying to you. They're lying. It's not good every day. Some days it's so bad that you question yourself, you question your ability to make decisions, you question because you're like, how did I end up with a person like this? But the next day you look at that man, maybe who's working hard to support your family, who loves his children, who will go above and beyond to make you comfortable, and you go like, okay, maybe it's not such a big deal, maybe we can work on that, maybe we can work on those other things. But it takes that mindset of knowing that I'm not going anywhere. And that was it for my husband and I. Like, we knew that we were not going anywhere. And knowing that even if you go 1 week without talking to each other, because we are in this together, we're going to work things out. And last week I mentioned here that you have to make your marriage livable for yourself. You have to make the atmosphere in which you live enjoyable for yourself. This is a woman that is not receiving compliments from her husband. Maybe she should talk to him and tell him, and she should, instead of thinking about taking the next exit. Baby, I really miss you. Can we go on a date? Baby, you don't compliment me anymore. What's going on? Like I said, maybe this man is being distracted. Maybe she's not the woman. Maybe the woman is not the one being distracted. Maybe the man is being distracted by someone out there. That's why it's neglecting what is in front of him. So it's time that maybe they need counseling. And it's too bad that a lot of African men do not like to hear about counseling. But maybe this is what they need. But things happen in marriage. Like American people would say, shit happen in marriage, you know. But anyway, CB, when you're gonna add something, we're gonna call it a day in a little bit.
Okay, yes, yes, I get that. Thank you very much, Ma. Everything you said is true. Of course, I know they're not going to tell me the yeah, I of course I know they're not going to tell me the rocks and the torn parts of their marriage. It's just the rosy part. I'm very aware. So I don't take everything they say. Like I said, I don't take I don't know who I was talking to, but I do not take marital advice from people who
Mm,
are not my parents, like I said.
yes.
So um I don't and I'm not the kind of person to take what you say hook, line and sinker. I'm going to analyze it. I'm like, what's she saying? Does she think I'm a kid? And all of that. But I'm not going to let you know that I do not buy what you're saying. But basically what I want to say is, like you said, I think you literally said my mind when you said you have to remind yourself and then put in the work and say, okay, I want to make this work. So I think that should be the thing there. So for her wanting to exit without talking to the man, that shows that she already made up her mind that she doesn't want the marriage anymore. Because if you want it, you would want to talk. That's why I said that communication is lacking, and I don't think she wants to work it out. From everything she said, I can deduct that she doesn't want to work this marriage out. She just literally wants to walk out, and then she'll be shocked when she leaves the marriage that where she's coming from is much better than where she's going. That's just what I want to say. Thank you very much, ma.
Is Luke still here? Anyone wants to add something?
Yeah, I wanted to back up Luke where he talks about vacation, right? Maybe they need a time together. And since she has been talking to him, he does not listen to her. Maybe they have to go for counseling. Maybe he will listen to someone else. Because counselors, what they do is that they listen to your husband and explain to your husband what you have been explaining to him, and he doesn't want to listen. Maybe he will listen to the counselor. Because when you're talking, maybe see finish sometimes enter a marriage, and the man feel like you don't have sense. The man feel like you don't make sense. The man see that you are troublesome. So whatever you're saying he doesn't take into consideration. Maybe when you go to counseling, when the counselor say, "Hey, Mister Man, this is what she mean. Do you now understand?" You say, "Yeah." Maybe he will enter his brain. They should not go for family or friends. They should go to a neutral counselor that has no interest in any of them, that just want to make, because counselors don't make miracle. They just make you listen to what the other person has been saying from their mouth. And that's it. And so I think counseling, since she has spoken, he doesn't listen, he doesn't even see her. Maybe when they go for counseling, if after counseling and vacation, as Luke said, because there are some people, once they get married, they start building houses they will never live in. They don't take vacation time. They don't take outing, dating. They feel like, why would I go for a date for 300? They start say, oh, how much is the bag of cement in that 300? She want to make me waste money, even to go and watch simple movie. Some married couples, they don't even know where cinema house is again since they got married. They don't even
Mm,
know where there's ice cream junction. They don't even know where there's this salsa dance where they can go and dance. They don't even know like there's a football match. The man love football, but he always go out with a friend. He doesn't want to take his lady with him. So all these small things that spice, or even comedy, just say, okay, babe, go online, buy a comedy show. A singer is coming, her favorite artist is coming in town. Buy the ticket, go have fun. Little things. At the end of the day, is what both of you build that matters. It's not all
mm,
these houses and everything. Those houses, self. Are you even sure you will live inside? You're doing that for your children. What are you doing for both of you now that you're young? Because people say no, it's not time to go on vacation. When you're old now, you go on vacation. After 1 hour, you're sleeping. You not even enjoy the vacation. Go to
mm-mm.
vacation when you're young. One vacation with the kids as a family, one vacation for both of you, connect more, because most people divorce when the kids are grown, because most men are selfish. As Coach Michelle said, they will not divorce you. They will make you suffer, suffer, suffer until you raise all their kids, and they will leave you for a younger girl. That's what they do. So work on your marriage so that when those kids go, you have a reason to continue the marriage together. Because most women will feel like, he doesn't care about me anymore, because men don't ask for divorce. They want to cheat and still come to you. As long as you accept it, it's fine. As long as they neglect you, it's fine. As long as your children are growing, you are a housekeeper, you are a nanny, you are everything for their children. They don't care. That's why when a woman talk about attention, they'll be like, I'm here now. I'm paying the bills now. My brother. Whether you are married or not, you pay your bills. So paying bills is just being a sponsor. Being a dad is different. Coming back from work, talking with your children. You have to create connection with each child. At least 10 minutes. How was your school? How is school? Who is your new teacher? Tell me, what is your interest? Everything. Some parents, some fathers don't do that. Do homework with your children. Go to the parents' meeting. Even once or twice a week, drop your children to school. Or even once a week, go and eat lunch or something with them, or lunch or breakfast with them as a father. It's not always the mother's duty. There's this thing they give the mother. Hey, this thing, meeting, mother, everything. Go even and volunteer in your children's school. How many African fathers volunteer in their children's school? How many? How many
Like
take the children for
maybe
sports?
0.0.0.
How many of them volunteer in their children's school? How many of them go for parent meeting? You see parent meeting, mother and father, or you both are going. African, only mama they go. Only mama they go. I see the father is just a sperm donor. He doesn't know the subject of the children. Oh, children are off on Monday. He doesn't know why they are off. He doesn't know any schedule about his children. Just a visitor father in a house with his children. He always come back when the children are sleeping. How many fathers read the Bible with their children at night before they go to bed? How many fathers go to bed when the children are sleeping, just pray over them? How many fathers, even when the children want to go to bed, you come and say, child, I'm proud of you. I love you. Make me proud. How many fathers do that? When you finish paying the bills, you don't do all this, and you're not a father, you're a sperm donor. I'm sorry. You don't know your children's size. You don't know your children's favorite color. Even when you're off, there are many children park of attraction. Indoors park, outdoors park. How many fathers take their children to park? How many? They are always following girls up and down, skate up and down. The connection that you have to create. See, us women and mothers, I will not help you create connection with your children. No. If you want, don't connect. It's your problem. I will not help you. You play your role and play my own. Yes.
You have
Me,
to
my
help them, because if
I'm
you
not.
don't, then
I'm
your
not help.
kids
I'm.
will
I'm
suffer.
not helping. I'm reminding you that, baby, when you're off, take off your children to off, because all these useless, irresponsible, absentee fathers, when the children grow, the mother has created all the connection, created all the education. You say, if our children allow it because of the mother, no, you were not at home, my brother. You were not in their life. You pay school fee as a sponsor. You were not a father. Stop blaming women. When you were off, where were you? You were outside creating useless trips,
Or watch
creating
football
useless
game
outings,
during the day.
watching game with people that don't matter to you. Now, when you're old, your children don't call you, say it's the mother. How is the mother? Did she stop you from going from when you come back from work, entering children's room and talking with them? Did she stop you from finding days to do their homework? Did she stop you from knowing your children's size, clothes? If you say, okay, buy this for Johnny, baby, remind me what is the size? You're so useless. So you know your children's size. Are you a father? And you want women to remind you. See, when somebody wants to be the head of the family, see, it's responsibility, not be by mouth. These days, CB, you said men carry a lot. They don't carry nothing. Women pay bills with them. We pay the bills with them, so they don't have problems. They should keep tissue. They should just shush it and sit down quietly. They should shush it. Because they don't pay all the bills. Say they carry your family, carry your family. You say like, shush. We do it together. So this parenting thing, we should do it together. And being a husband is not just because you sleep on the same bed with a woman, you wake up in the morning, you go to work and come back. My brother, if you are single, going out in the morning, when you come at night, be single. Oh. I will not serve you food. I will not greet you. Because if since morning you went out, you did not call me to check on me. You do not send me a loving message. You do not remind me, you do not remind me that I exist in your life. And when you come at night, you want to spray legs. My brother, you will be single that night, you will sleep alone. Because wanting sweet sugar at night start from the morning. You will first do the duties. At least do three actions that will remind me that I'm married. You understand what I'm saying? The message is no longer there. If you cannot write, my brother, go to Google. Lovely message to your wife. Copy and paste and send.
Chat
Hmm?
GPT.
Chat DPD is there. Copy and send. Even a love note, even a flower coming back from work. Stop at the store, $3 flower day, $2 day, $5 day. Even a love card. If you cannot write, go to those card section. Even $1 store, get card section. Let me give you people expo. $1 store. They have card section 125. You buy it, you write there, your loving husband. They don't help you write them. When you come back home, baby, you kiss her, you hug her, you massage her leg, baby. Oh, you have done the long, you work so much today. Come, you just hold her leg, start massaging. Little things. I don't know, Coach Michelle. Maybe these men, I don't know whether they're wicked, they are so wicked
Please,
towards the woman they marry, or they hate the woman they marry. I don't know. Maybe they are
Most,
possessed.
most men are not emotionally intelligent.
No, but when they marry or you both, they become emotionally intelligent, Abi.
Lack of wisdom. It's lack of wisdom because
Yeah, but the
most.
problem is that when they marry Oyibo, they become intelligent and very romantic. They take out the
I
dog,
say these
they
things
take out
all the
children.
time.
My sister, Coach Michelle, they don't love their wives. Me, what I tell my husband is
Can
that
I
if you love me, you have to keep doing what you're doing. The day you stop doing, I know you don't love me anymore. So it's up to you. Yes, because
okay?
Coach
I
Michelle,
want to quick
what is good is good. They know what they're doing. Coach Michelle, they just hate their wives. I'll end from there.
hmm.
CB,
Can I quickly say this?
yes.
Yeah, I know oftentimes I say stuff like, oh, I love my dad, I miss my dad, he's this, he's that. You guys, I'm not just saying it because I want to say it on social media so that people will say, okay, baby, she really loves her dad. I'll tell you that my first date was with my dad. The reason why I love suya and drink so much is because of my dad. My dad back then, when I was I think I was barely 5 when we started going on dates. He would get me nice shorts and bag, and then all these nice keto that are high. He will buy them for me, and then he will take me out. Also, amusement park. My dad would take us there. I mean, I was the first daughter, so definitely I really enjoyed my dad. And there's that communication. Sorry, there was that connection. We were bonding, we'll just be discussing. So I've been talking with my dad like since I was a child. We didn't just grow up and then we started talking about my life. No, I've had that my dad have sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm so emotional right now. I've had that relationship. So if you're a young guy out there, please don't say their mother would do this, your mommy would do this. If you have that habit, or if you're already in your head thinking that just because you're the head of the home, you're not going to establish that connection with your girl child or your boy child, whatever. If you don't bond with your child, your wife can your wife cannot help you do that. Oh, just here, if you're a young guy, connect with your child so much that they would know, he or she would know their value and their worth as children. Someone cannot I cannot be brainwashed because of the kind of relationship I had with my dad. You cannot brainwash me. Even as a child, I was never brainwashed by anybody, because I talked to there was, even though my dad was not so involved in assignments and all of that, he would still say, how was school, what happened, did you get in trouble with any teacher? I hope not. you know how are your grades? My father would talk, oh, this shirt, I saw it, I think it will look good on you, so I bought it. When you are going for end of year party, or maybe we are going for amusement park, that connection is there. My dad took us out, and maybe any weekend he has to work, he will make my mom take us out. You guys should listen. Oh, God forbid, if anything had happened in my parents' marriage, did you think that my mom was going to tell me, your father is not a good man, and I would hear or I would believe? That's what I'm saying. Connect with your children. Don't say, your mommy will do this, my wife will take care of that. You guys should connect with your children. That's one of the reasons why I cannot forget my dad. I love him so much. That's why I love my dad so much. Like, oh God, and let me.
Thank you for
It's late
sharing.
already.
Thank
Let
you
me
for
stop
sharing
here.
that,
You
CB
guys
and
should
this.
connect with your children.
No,
That's what
CB,
I'm saying.
CB, if they want
Don't
is
leave
not
everything
connect.
for your wife. Thank God that I'm not talking about this generation. I'm talking about my dad's generation. My dad was
Mm,
at least, oh, he connected with us. Nobody had to tell him that he has to establish a relationship with me as his
mm,
child and the rest of my siblings. My dad had, it is that deep that my dad had a strong connection. I'm sharing this, let me just be vulnerable, with my niece, that on her
mm.
birthday she was crying because she was like, if my granddad was here, he would have done
Oh,
this. That is how involved my father was in our life. It's not just to be the head of the house and then you pay rent, or you build a house and then you put food in the store and you think that's a no, bro. You're not doing nothing. That is nothing, because if the woman hustles, she can do all of that. You have to do more. If I start telling you the things my dad did that made me love him, and I still say it till tomorrow, I'm not settling for less, you guys will not understand. Some have called it pride, and you are proud, and you
yeah.
are looking for your father
He
in your
set the
husband. They play.
example,
That's their business. I do not care. If
and he
I
set
don't
the
get what I
bar
want,
so
I'd rather
high.
stay single.
And it set the
Ha.
bar so high. And thank you for sharing that. You
Yes.
know, a few months back, I came across this video of a preacher on Facebook. And you know, a lot of people, because of social media, are so misleading. And he was preaching in a big African church, and he was saying that if your husband doesn't follow you to church, listen, it means you're a bad woman. Because if you respect that man, if you do your duty as God expects you to, that man wouldn't have any problem following you to church. And it had a lot of views, and people were sharing those videos back and forth. I'm like, what a mistake! What a wrong way of putting the thing. Who is supposed to follow who? What? If my husband don't follow me to church, it means I'm a bad wife. So now I'm the head of the household. What are you saying, preacher? What are you telling people? And all the poor women, you know, camera will zoom on them. They're just sitting there, they're listening to them. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
crap.
Coach
I'm
Michelle,
like,
churches
what
are
is
the
this?
reason why all these churches, these useless, ungodly churches are the reason why most women are miserable. Who told you even that you have to go to the same church with your husband? Who said it? Is God not everywhere? Where they preach the Bible, where they preach about Jesus Christ, is it not a church? Must she follow your own church? Must he follow your church? It's just out of understanding. And if somebody don't want to go to church, who said that church is you? It's not a building. All
I,
those churches, they just one member because of tithe and offering. You can make church in your house. You don't have to go to
I
church.
mean, this is understandable what you're saying, Miss Elise, but I'm just saying the instant because most of the time, like I do prayer groups, you know, like online night prayer group, and we pray. 99% of these groups are made out of women, and most of these women are married, and some of these women are even like persecuted by their husband because the husband don't want them to get up and pray. And I'm like, this is how men of this generation have failed the next generation, because it has been proven that kids are more likely to follow God if they dad. They're like 93% most likely to follow God if daddy is a godly man, and they're only like 75% or 73% likely to follow God if mom is the spiritual leader in the house. So, and now here's a preacher saying that if your husband, like, and that's why you will see in some churches, the women will go to church and the man will stay home because he will be watching his football game. And this man is like, it's your fault as a woman if this man wouldn't follow you. I'm like, no, this is how men are failing, because you're supposed to set the tone in that house. You asked earlier, Miss Elise, that how many of you guys read the Bible every night with your kids? You're supposed to set the tone. To be honest, we women supposed to be sleeping when those men are in those prayer group and praying. That's how God designed the world. The man was supposed, like, what? I've been reading my Bible. I read almost all the Bible, all like throughout the Bible already. You're gonna see that at every point of time, almost every time, men were the person that God will entrust with the vision, with the future of the family. You see all the kings in the Old Testament, they barely even mention their wives because the men were the one that God expected things from. You understand? So nowadays, the woman is the spiritual leader of the house, and the preacher will stand there and say that it's your fault that that man is not following God. I'm like, really? So men, you have to do a little bit more. You have to set the tone. You have to set the tone. And CB said it all. Like, so that, like, someone asked on social media, that ask yourself, you men, if you'll be happy with your daughter marrying a man like you.
Coach Michelle, have you ever seen this pastor doing a prayer section for low sperm count men or infertile men? Have you ever seen them do that?
Mm-mm.
They are the problem, because they will say, come and pray for the seed of the womb and everything. Come and pray for this and that. Have you ever called men to pray for prostate or anything? Or pray for men that have a low ejaculation? Or men that are not standing? Have they ever called such in the altar? All these oppressors of women, God is watching all of you. Continue.
Okay, guys, we're gonna stop here. And for you, this woman, please take a little bit of time to see if you can save this marriage. 11 years is not 11 days, it's not 11 months. You have invested a lot in this marriage. And also think about your kids. Think about your kids. Is this a good father to your kids? Is the environment conducive for the rearing of your children? If all these answers, if you can answer yes to all these questions, then please take time to see if you can work things out. Have a counselor, talk to both of you, and see how you both can reconnect, because the pasture is not always green out there. See if you guys can work this out through. And men out there, I hope that today's session helped you to be a little bit better, and connect a little bit more to your wife. Love is free. It doesn't take you anything to appreciate the woman that you are married to, the mother of your children. Really, you don't even have to invest $1. It's just a little bit of time, a little bit of willpower, right? And a little bit of gratitude, because the Bible said that who finds a woman finds a good thing. Be gracious, be grateful for what God has trusted you with, for that blessing that God has placed in your life through the presence of that woman. And just be grateful to that, and just appreciate her. It's not going to cost you anything, and you will be creating a better environment, not just for yourself, but for the fulfillment, for the fulfillment of your wife and your children. That's what I want to leave you with. And I hope that we help someone today. Guys, in the comment section, thank you so much for riding along. I know it wasn't easy. We started super, super late. So next week, by the grace of God, we'll be on time. Thank you so much for connecting. Mercy Kendra, Netizen Global. I know it's so late over there. But thank you, AJ. Thank you, Princess Karen. Thank you, Juliet. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, CB, Elise. Thank you. All right, guys. And Luke also.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Tired of endless swiping with no connection? African Abroad Date has the solution. Finding the right match feels impossible when profiles blur together, but this platform changes the game. Designed with a vibrant community that truly understands, it's perfect for building genuine relationships. Here, connecting with like-minded individuals becomes effortless, thanks to a user-friendly interface that prioritizes safety and success. Dating shouldn't feel like a chore. African Abroad Date brings fun back to your search for companionship. Start now and see the difference authentic connections make.